I just wanted to say, Uncle Buddy meant the world to me. He was such a gentle person with a beautiful soul. Uncle, I'm gonna miss you more than you know. I won't be able to have my talks with you no more to pick me up and vice versa. But Uncle Buddy was such a loving, beautiful person. And I'm gonna miss you. I love you. And I know you'll always be with me in my heart and with the kids. And thank you for just being you.
My Uncle Buddy was hands down like my favorite person to talk to ever. He was just so positive, and like his views and outlook on life were just like, just made you just feel like there is good in the world. You know what I mean? And, you gotta have faith, and you gotta like just keep doing what you're doing and don't give up. And he would always tell me that, same with my grandmother, same with my grandfather who passed away, and he was, so supportive and there for me and said, call me anytime, baby girl, day, night, I'll be there. And, I'm just definitely going to cherish that. He was just, you never know how much somebody has impacted your life. You don't realize it, or you don't, put two and two together and really like take that in and take it for what it is. So, he will definitely be missed. He was such like a positive like light in the family. Always dressed to the nines. That was him, so we just have to celebrate his life, celebrate and cherish the memories and the moments that we had with him. It's tough, but we're gonna make it through, and he would want us to keep going and just being wonderful.
Hi, my name is Thomas Massey. It's hard not being around all your family and friends to celebrate your life. I met Arthur in 1999 when he opened up Zariah Restaurant with business partner Ryan Boovy. Came in when the restaurant was closed, came to the back, to the bar, and Arthur offered me a nice glass of red wine. I knew it was the start of a good friendship. He has such a joy and gratitude and happiness for life that comes through in everything he did. True Gemini dual personality, as Arthur would say, nice and nicer. Glad you're part of my family's life and mine. So here's a toast to a great business partner, part of my family, and to a great friend. And that's how you made me feel good about myself. We love you. Cheers.
I first met Arthur back in 1997. It was actually over the phone, and I'll never forget hearing that powerful, deep voice on the other end of the line. I will never forget that moment. That was before he first moved to Sarasota, and when he did come down, we went to Thanksgiving dinner at a mutual friend's, and he was the one who greeted me at the door with a full head of hair. And he enveloped me with that amazing, loving energy and that incredible smile. And that's another moment I will never forget, that feeling that he gave me, that he gave all of us when he greeted us. Made you feel like you were his favorite person in the whole world. That was the beginning of a 20-some-year friendship, and I feel honored that I got to know him on so many levels. We used to spend an hour a week together doing Pilates, and we would complain and laugh and catch up. So those moments are very precious to me. He used to introduce me as his little sister and oldest friend in Sarasota, because we met before he moved here. And he would call me his precious petite flower, which I know many of you also were given that nickname if you were privileged enough. So those are the wonderful times and things I'll remember about Arthur. He taught me so much. We will miss him tremendously. How we should all be so lucky to have so much love in our lives. Thank you, Arthur, for all that you gave us. Mwah.
So I've been trying to sit here for the past few days and think about all the ways that Arthur has impacted my life. To be honest, I realize that it's the way he's impacted other people's lives that has impacted me the most. I've known Arthur since I was about 2 years old, and I've always looked up to him like an uncle. I would spend all those days sitting at the restaurant just watching him greet customers, and always with a smile on his face. He would walk into our house every single birthday with that same smile and the best chocolate cake you've ever tasted in your whole life. He would always give me and my little brother way more money than we ever deserved for the simplest little chore. Arthur knew how to make people feel special. And that's what I think I've learned the most from him. Especially right now, I think the world could use some of that. And I only hope I can make people feel half as special as Arthur did. So I just want to say thank you for that, Arthur.
Dear Arthur, happy birthday to you.
Arthur, what can I say about Arthur? It was always great to have him around. He always had a smile on his face. He always had a positive, happy energy. What amazed me the most is how many people loved him and how he had a great personal touch in everyone's lives. Personally, I'm gonna miss him a lot, having him around daily here at the restaurant. He always had something nice to say, sweet words to everybody. He always called us, all the girls here, precious petite flowers. He always had something sweet to say to everybody here. And we just
honey bunches, he would call
honey
us
bunches.
honey bunches. That was sweet.
When you will ask Arthur, "Hey Arthur, how are you?" he will say, "Happy to be me," which I think it was great. He always had like something, how do you say, witty to say?
Witty, he was clever,
funny,
positive, just a joy.
Yes, we're gonna miss him dearly.
It was always a pleasure to work with Arthur every morning. I had a pleasure of working with him consistently early in the mornings for over a year, and I would come into work and he would be baking away croissants and bread and muffins, and so in his element, so happy to be
So proud
of his
Yeah.
baked goods. Yeah, and I do feel honored to have worked so closely with him during that time. He always had great stories to tell.
Great
and
stories to tell.
Crazy fun stories, and it was just truly an honor, and he'll really be missed. And his legacy definitely lives on here in the restaurant. And
In our personal lives too, I
in
believe
our
so.
lives, yeah. And he'll always have a presence and be around for sure, because he's so influential and so positive. So we'll miss Arthur dearly and forever.
No words can express the pain or emptiness I have in my heart with the loss of my uncle. I will miss, most of all, the Sunday morning chats while drinking coffee together, the calls any time of the day with cooking advice that he would give me, the big bear hugs, and most of all, his smile. His smile could light up a room and make any bad day better. I will be sure to pass on to my children what he has taught me over the years. How to be a strong person, how to love with all my heart, and most of all, how to be a hard worker. I will miss you terribly. I will think of you often. And most of all, I will love you more.
My story with Arthur began 21 years ago. I was a chef at a restaurant and hired Arthur as the pastry chef. 4 months later, we were in business together, starting the first of 4 restaurants we owned together. The restaurant gave us an opportunity to travel, taking wine trips around the world. Some of my favorite memories include being in France, drinking great wine, eating in great restaurants, and on winery terrace where we witnessed the most beautiful countryside and people. In Argentina, I listened to Arthur rap for a large group in the back of the bus. That was interesting. While in Barcelona, he got lost and missed a fantastic dinner at a famous tapas bar, so I shoved food in my pockets for him to eat later that night. One year we had an opportunity to sail on the Chesapeake and ate some amazing out-of-this-world crab cakes. We also drank way too many pisco sours in Santiago, Chile, huge pilsners with lemon in Germany, and had some melt-in-your-mouth jamón in southern Spain. All of the travels were perks that he enjoyed, rare times to relax from being in the restaurant world. What Arthur really enjoyed and what made him tick was taking care of all of you in the restaurant dining room and talking about the desserts he worked so hard on during the day. All of you were his passion, his purpose for getting up and out of the bed in the morning. I had the privilege of knowing Arthur better than anyone else on the planet. I know how he just wanted to be part of a community, be accepted for who he really was, a caring, compassionate, flawed man that was trying to be the best that he could be every day. I'm grateful that I got to share so much of his life as his friend and business partner. I'm thankful to have seen how he grew as a chef, a restaurateur, and a man who cared very much about the people in his life. I am proud to call him my brother, and I will miss him. I would like to finish by quoting from Khalil Gibran's The Prophet. "For what is it to die but to stand naked in the wind and melt into the sun? And was it to cease breathing but to free the breath from its restless tides, that it may rise and expand and seek God unencumbered. Only when you drink from the river of silence shall you indeed sing. And when you have reached the mountaintop, then you shall begin to climb. And when the earth shall claim your limbs, then you shall truly dance. Dance away, my friend.